as I was mentioning in our short or our other longer video, I have some channeled guidance, so I was not able to cover it in the other video. Therefore, here we are back with what I wanted to talk about. Since we're approaching the lovely 220, my 5D mystics and the 5D collective. So let's talk about it. I don't do introductions. You can figure out who I am from a lot of places. So welcome though. And welcome to letting go of a lot of things that no longer serve your left and right mode, because when you're working with both, that's the part. You're able to be in the 5D collective who understands that there is, as I was saying before, this and that. This is beautiful for the spirituality process. So people who are open to their crown, to their inner brain, they tend to the small things. They know how to be playful. They're holding on to that inner child, but with their inner adult. So the deep dive is not one that is painful. We're a human love narrative, the 5D collective. We already know that miracles are endless, and we don't have the individuals who are ignorant on mental, emotional, physical, human being well-being do any of that brainwashing. Nobody actually does the usage of this word. If you're a 5D collective, you will be a person who didn't need to reclaim your power, or if you did, this is the part, you're your inner adult. An inner adult is a human being who's using the left mode. No, that's my right mode. Left mode, I learned all this from Daniel Siegel. I'm still finishing up the course. It's interpersonal neurobiology. If you're curious, it teaches you about the mind, the brain, and relationships. Now, he is a wonderful man. I don't remember. I forget all of his titles, but he gets questions by his own colleagues. So as an academic who does know how this works, I don't do left mode shit. I find it, yes, very boring. I do right mode and left mode shit. Okay, so that's much more interesting. And I do get pretty explicit, a lot more on our episodes, a lot less in video, because it just feels odd to curse in your face like this. The cursing is, I've explained it before to people like, what, you curse? Is a yes, when you're only hearing me. And in fact, here's where I love that documentary on Netflix. It explains the parts of our brain that are activated when we're cursing. But also, you're only hearing my voice when I'm on the end of a mic, versus here you're seeing my face and I'm looking at you, or I try to look at you. Okay, and I try to channel. So right now I'm trying to channel as well, which is why I don't do this often, and maybe in the future. But I like to look at you all. Eye contact is important, but so are the messages for this lovely February 220. So 2 is all about balancing, and you've learned, those of you who are still here, and the however many minutes have gone by, my white shirt, that 3 minutes, there you go, 3 minutes. Thank you, TikTok. Okay, you've learned in one way, shape, or form to be meta-aware, and so to use your left and right mode, which is why 222 is always fun. And yes, we do know of twin flame and flames, and there's no obsessive thinking. That's because a 5D individual is a person who is able to love their self first. You can't be in 5D if you don't have capacity to handle the sensations, images, and what comes up like a pacha. So it means that if you and I are having a debate, you and I continue to respectfully, without even saying it, have a debate or an argument or a conversation. Because see, to me, it's always going to be a conversation, because I'm not arguing in a way of getting, but I could be arguing or debating as I'm getting pointed out these things by smart people, which is because the technical aspects, okay, but they're technical while also being playful, because they know how to use their own duality brain, because they're in a safe space. As we interact with the mutual, we enjoy each other with curiosity, openness, acceptance, and love. Thank you, Daniel Siegel. Cole, that's what you have when you're present, when you and I are present, and you don't need to let go of anything in the way that the 4D mystics talk about. In fact, that's why people don't move into 5D, because the 4D collectives, they're Cuscos, okay? We're going to leave that alone. Listen to the longer podcast. I only have 10 minutes here, and today's channeled guidance is important. Oh, I love this one. I have to share this one. Okay, so this is why our 5D collective is here. This is why you're here, whoever you are, however many of you are here. Oh, are we happy? Are we happy? So the ones who still believe in demonic possessions and stuff like that, they are the ignorant people. They have a corner, and it's with the good trauma therapists. That's what we visualize. We visualize that they meet Bezel van der Kolk, Stephen Porges, Daniel Siegel, Janina Fisher, Peter Levine, neuroscientist Patrick McNamara. Actually, if they just meet him alone, that would be great, because there's other neuroscientists that do a whole other talk. They like, no mindfulness meditation, because when you're decentralized and the self of you is reorganizing, we don't want you to evolve, we want you to stay. So there are some of the sciences people in the subject matter expert field, again, of mental. They're not doing our health. Our health is shown to be when we have integration of the brain. So when we can work with our ventral vagal nervous system, which FYI, yoga, thank you, Stephen Porges, it's a portfolio of ventral vagal nervous system toning exercises. And as Peter Levine shares, trauma memory is stored in our bones, muscles, and tissues. Now, when people hear me say this, they go start researching things. You need to get attachment and trauma informed in order for it all to come together. So if you do that, then you're going to know why I'm saying this. If you take it out of context, you're not going to know shit, and you're going to be looking forever. And you know, it's not true. I'm not trying to say it's the truth. I'm explaining something that I've heard that I know as a human has a place. In fact, Kundalini Awakening, Spirituality Awakening, great California physician, I believe he is, who explains a lot of great stuff. Not with the stories that I've heard from other people about the whole Luciferian era. Those are like agnostics or something like that. And they're not in any way, shape, or form updated. No, they haven't gotten educated. They remain ignorant on mental, emotional, physical, human, inner and outer well-being, which instead, those who are updated, they talk about consciousness and our flexible, adaptive, coherent, energized brain. So the minute that you become your inner adult, that's why childhood trauma therapists are more important than any guru out there. But I love you, Sadhguru, and I love everything you're doing, because yoga, ventral vagal nervous system toning exercises, furthermore, mindfulness meditation, it has you working that muscle, and it works the brain structure of yours. So if there were childhood trauma, developmental things, guess what? Every area that was impeded in its growth due to that is supported to grow and get back on track with yoga and mindfulness. That's why they're creating secular mindfulness, and the good psychology people are saying, okay, wait. All of you other religious denominations, we understand. We respect your culture. We all respect each other. Here, let's explain. Let us try to explain to you what mindfulness meditation is and why, yes, its heritage is Buddhism, but we're not trying to impose a religion on you or any belief system. So when people are curious, they hear versus spread rumors, such as yoga brings demons out of you. And the people, though, who follow the rumors, they believe it to be true. So we don't need to be talking to 4D, 3D, because they will go where their ears say, that's my truth. That's how a Cusco works. That's why the 7 to 14 stone, Michael Stone, he's a forensic criminologist. He was also interviewed by The Well, big thing, great channel. You all should follow it. And that 7 to 14, if you're a 5D collective, you know exactly who they are, because they are all Peter Pans, and they all have the lost boys, girls, and days. Every time I come across them, I laugh. Okay, so let's get back to us as we end. Romance. Only conscious lovers are romantic because they have the bilateral integration. So they're able to handle their words and say, here's my heart. It was with attachment, wounds, trauma, but I am actually able now to want to be in a relationship with someone who has healthy self-worth. So when you love yourself first, tomorrow we have an episode on that. It's not because you only love yourself. It's because you know mental, emotional, physical well-being, and you're going to say your mental, emotional, and physical well-being is good trauma therapy if you don't know your manners. That's it. If you have a shame cycle that involves fucking, drugging, alcoholing, and I won't be the demons possessing, no, I'll be like trauma therapy. We need it now. And that's only obviously if I have that permission. If I don't, I'll not be able to say anything. But when we are heard, which is what friends, family, we say, hey, moderation is key to all things in life. That's what the grown-ups learn. So no truths out there unless you're going to the academics with their little, yes, they have a very specific way that you can tell. And it's also called quantitative data for, those other things. But let's not take it to extreme. In the meantime, have fun balancing the left and right mode, unconsciously loving who you are, who others are. Let's be kind and compassionate and expand information, not argue, but share food for thought.